I have to imagine like there was peer pressure, right? To continue kind of on that lifestyle. So how did you manage to resist that, as you sort of stopped drinking?
Yeah. So 100% that. It was like a badge of honor to be hungover at work, especially early in my financial career. It was expected, especially early in your career, you'd be out 3 or 4 nights a week, entertaining, driving business, building relationships, and generally advancing your career, going to idea dinners. And I think a lot of that was like legacy behavior from maybe the 80s and 90s even, where, it was like steak dinners, drinks, happy hour, and a lot of business happens outside of work. But I think a key element that was changing is there wasn't information at your fingertips all the time. So a lot of that relationship building had to be outside of work because you didn't have phones, you didn't have other ways to connect, you didn't have other ways to like do work outside of work. But when you start to have to like be accountable for your emails and reading and everything after hours, that definitely puts a ceiling on that. But so when I stopped drinking in 2013, that was like 5 years after the advent of the iPhone, and like Blackberries were in full swing. And so like the 24/7 responsibilities were definitely ramping up, but people had better information at their fingertips than ever before also. And so when I started to suggest things like, do you guys really want to do a steak dinner? Or maybe we do a Berries boot camp or a Soul Cycle in the morning instead. The people, like my counterparts on the sell side, would be like, thank goodness you said that. I would love to. It went from like steak dinners being celebratory quarterly things to like 2 or 3 a week. And it was just like way too much saturation. And so I think it was really receptive. But on the other hand, like even though I stopped drinking, I still loved being in those social environments with my colleagues, with my friends, with my family. I love being at bars, sports bars, bachelor parties, weddings. And so just because I stopped drinking didn't mean any of that went away, but I just all of a sudden didn't have a drink also.